Making pomanders. I'm just gonna go with it. Oh wow, that is dramatic. It could be really tempting to go all out. Yay! Today I'm doing a really fun Christmas craft, and that is making pomanders. And what pomanders are oranges that are decorated with cloves, and you can use other scented things like cinnamon sticks and also some botanicals to make a really pretty and natural ornament. And usually people use ribbon to tie up the orange and turn it into what do you call it, an ornament that you can hang on the tree. But this is the closest thing that I had to ribbon, and that's some twine. So this is gonna look a little bit more rustic than some of the merrier pomanders that I've seen being made online. So in order to get these botanicals stuck on the orange, you're gonna need a skewer to poke holes in the skin of the orange. And I don't have any skewers in my house, unfortunately, but what I do have is a meat thermometer. So hopefully this end is sharp enough to make a significant hole in the skin of this orange. And I actually don't really even have oranges. I have these little mini nectarine sized baby oranges. So you simply poke a hole. Yep. So we have a good size hole there for a clove. And I'm gonna put my clove in like that. And some of the designs that I've seen of pomanders just have lines of cloves coming down, which I'll do at first just to get the hang of everything. I'll bring my cloves closer. But then I want to move on to trying different botanicals to see if they work. But cloves are excellent because they have that stem at the end that you can just poke right into the hole. And they stay in the orange pretty decently. I'm not even going in a straight line. There's something incredibly satisfying about poking holes in the skin of this orange. Cloves are so fragrant, and you can use other fragrant things to decorate your pomanders, like cinnamon sticks. I don't have any cinnamon sticks. You can use star of anise. I've seen those being used for pomanders. But I'm going to try lining this with a different botanical once I get my cloves in there. I think that's the most important decorative thing you can put on a pomander are the cloves. Our tree is still not decorated. And the reason is because we actually got rid of a lot of our decorations in not even this move, but the move before that, when we moved from Calgary to Washington State. And we haven't really bought any new ones. So all we have are Kale's Santas, which we love them, but it just would seem really sad to put them up without any other decoration. So we're actually gonna go on a thrifting adventure tomorrow. We're gonna try to find some Christmas decorations. We're gonna try to find some other things. We have a thrifting list, so hopefully we're able to find what we're looking for. Because if you don't, that'll be really sad. See, I tried to go in a straight line, but I seem to be naturally spinning it in like this weird spin design. So I'm just gonna go with it. I have a lot of cloves, so I can go nuts. The last time I went on my thrifting adventure, we went into some antique stores, but we found them really pricey. And even though we did find some cool things at a great price in thrift stores, antique stores, I think we're going to concentrate on thrift stores tomorrow. But you can still find some cool things at thrift stores. They have a lot of really good stuff, whether it's stuff that you need, little random things, or some treasures that people had to get rid of because they were either moving or wanting to declutter. Thrift stores can be a treasure trove of stuff. And if you're not careful, you can go crazy buying things. So I try to limit myself to a few visits a year, because it's really tempting to buy a lot of things when you go thrifting because of that amazing price tag. This is the first year I've done pomanders for a Christmas decoration, but I've also seen people, a lot of people actually, dry out orange slices and hang them on their windows, and I do want to try that as well. So we'll see if I'll get a chance to do that. Oh, this smells so good already, the scent of that orange with the clove. It's a great pairing. One of my favorite soaps that I make is scented in orange and in clove. Okay, so there's the first pomander done. This is just your basic pomander, no frills. And let's get the string tied to it. I don't exactly know how I'm going to do this. What I've seen people do with their ribbons is tie it around and then loop back, but with twine it might be a little tougher to do that. So let's attempt it. Let's just do one knot in the center, and then we'll come back and loop around again. There you go, there's one loop. And let's go tie this around again. And then to make the loop, I'm going to go through the orange like so. And here it is, my first pomander. And it's so cute and it smells so good. So next I want to try decorating a pomander using some of these flowers, these botanicals that I have. And when you're choosing botanicals, make sure that they have the stem. Like, this is a good stem. I don't know, can you see that? You're gonna need the stem to be able to get this into the orange and to stay in the orange. So let's start with poking my holes. Just making a line of holes. I'm going to put my cloves near the edge and then put a botanical near to the middle. Christmas time can be a super hectic time of the year. And so activities like this, where it takes your focus and you have to sit down and to do it, basically, is such a great activity and a good way to just stop the craziness for a little bit, to make something beautiful. Oh, and there I go talking and completely forgetting what I was going to do. So I made a full line of cloves. Let me do a line then of botanicals. Let's try, I'm going to try these forget-me-nots. Just put them right in the middle just like that. How cute does that look? Let's see if I can do a full line of forget-me-nots. Such a pretty flower. I love the bright purple punch that these flowers give my pomander. It's quite beautiful. I'm trying to find forget-me-nots with some good stems. just going to alternate between cloves and forget-me-nots for this one. I love the idea of Christmas traditions being passed on through the generations. And I really love how everyone celebrates Christmas just a little bit differently. When I was growing up, I was allowed to open up my presents, all of them, at midnight on Christmas Eve, which I always thought was really cool. So as a kid, we would go to church. We would attend midnight mass, and then once we got home, there would be presents under the tree from Santa who had come to visit our house while we were at church. I ripped off that stem on that flower. Let's find a better flower. I always thought that was really nice of my parents to surprise us like that. And we only got one gift from Santa and one gift from my parents. We moved from the Philippines to Canada. It was just us. None of my relatives came, so we didn't have any aunts and uncles, no cousins. It was just us. It's kind of nice to open up presents on the Christmas Eve, because then you have the whole Christmas day to spend celebrating with your family, no matter however that looks like. So here are the two forget-me-not sides. I think I should be able to do one more line of them, but let's do our clove side first. And then one more line of forget-me-nots, and this one will be done. I've been working really hard on fulfilling orders for my business, and it's been pretty hectic. So this activity is so nice that I'm able to just concentrate on something else for a little while, make something pretty that I don't plan on selling. It's just purely for my enjoyment. I have a few of these interests that I pick up every now and then I abandon it for something else. This pomander ended up looking kind of wild. I don't know how well these forget-me-nots are going to stay in this orange. But I hope it'll stay on for at least until Christmas. All right, let me tie my string around it. Oh, I should bring some paper towels. I'm getting sticky. Get my string together. I really don't know what happened with this twine. It's all tangled up, and I don't know how to untangle it, so I'm just going to do my best. All right, let's see. Get this tied up nicely. You want one loop. Ugh. Okay, let's go near the top, yes. And then you go to the side. Man, this can be quite finicky if you're not dexterous with your fingers. Okay. Oh, I think I got it. The cloves are helping ground the twine, help keep it in place. Okay, let's do that. Let's do a double knot to secure my string. Yes. Okay. Now I'm going to tie this off. Here is the forget-me-not pomander. Two so far, 2 pomanders. I really want to do a jasmine pomander. So let me get that going. Making my line holes first. Poke my cloves in there. One project that I plan on trying also this Christmas is making a beef tallow soap. With prices where they are right now, it's getting more and more expensive every day to make soap from home. But there are some ingredients that are just still very affordable, like beef tallow. And it seems to be all the rage right now. I see so many companies adopting beef tallow as their star ingredient, and it's the ingredient that they're highlighting in their marketing. So I just kind of want to see what the hype is about and try it. See if the hype is real. Let's try some jasmine flowers. Well, that worked out beautifully. Yeah, these jasmine buds have nice long stems, so I can just pop them in. Oh, I crushed that one. Nope. Oh man, these jasmine flowers are very, very delicate. I seem to be breaking them more often than getting them in. There you go. See, just got the stem in there, but the bud fell off. Kayla and I have offered to host Christmas dinner, and I'm excited about that because I think what we're going to try to serve is a prime rib dinner. Kayla makes a really good prime rib. We don't buy prime rib any other time of year. It's a special Christmas feast. So here's the jasmine buds. These look pretty good. They look a little wonky, but that is okay. I still think they look pretty. I still think they smell fabulous. Because my family celebrated Christmas Eve mostly, we would get finger food type things for Christmas dinner, and I think Chinese food, that was our tradition. We didn't do like a big roasted bird or a ham or anything like that. And the next day was spent with each other, enjoying our new toys. I remember one year my mom got me this toy. It was like a necklace, and inside of it was a gel that you would put a seed inside, and the seed would sprout and grow roots. So you're kind of growing a flower on your necklace. And I thought that was such a cool present. And I was so excited to get a plant growing, but then it never grew. I don't know what I did wrong. I think my gel might have been defective because that ended up being a huge disappointment. It was really sad. The lighting has been really weird today. It was really cloudy just a few minutes ago, and now the sun's coming out, so I need to double check my camera settings here, make sure everything looks good still. Ah, lost one. Here we go. That looks like a sturdy jasmine bud. I want to see if I can put like something crazy like in the middle part, like a really big blossom. Let's try one of these flowers here. These are lilies. I'll poke them into this hole here, see what that looks like. Oh wow, that is dramatic. See, now this is too bright. Let's adjust, there you go. This actually kind of reminds me of a turkey. But we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna trust the process. Speaking of turkeys, my husband and I had a debate last night about whether or not we should be eating turkeys on Thanksgiving because he doesn't like turkeys. He thinks they're too dry. Which when you compare it to different meats, yes, it tends to be on the drier side. But I really like the idea of the tradition of having a Christmas turkey, and I like that more than picking a tastier meat as the main meat being served on Thanksgiving Day. This is starting to look really interesting. And I'm losing flowers here. Gotta be more delicate. And I told him, if you're gonna be changing the main thing that you eat at Thanksgiving, you should probably think about changing the sides, because I'm not a big fan of Thanksgiving sides. I'm not big on casseroles, and Kale's family likes to eat casseroles on Thanksgiving. So that's something that I would change, not the turkey bit. This one might be a little tricky to get the string around nicely. There we go. Oh, I'm getting it. Okay. I don't think she's the best looking pomander, but I think I get an A for creativity. My favorite is still the forget-me-not pomander. So for my last pomander, I think I'm going to try to use these red flowers and some baby's breath and the cloves. My friends in Canada, their Christmas tradition is a really fun one. They go and buy lobster from the grocery store and they cook it up just for the two of them. And they have a seafood lobster feast every Christmas. Did I say Thanksgiving tradition? Well, that's their Christmas tradition. And while it's really great to uphold already established traditions, I think it's really fun also to make new ones and have them be unique to your family. The baby's breath looks really cool. One tradition that Kale and I do every Christmas is we try to watch an episode of Mr. Bean's. Mr. Bean, I think it's called Merry Christmas, Mr. Bean. That specific episode where he's going through a department store and he's trying on lights and he's causing ruckus and getting into mischief. No matter how many times I watch Merry Christmas, Mr. Bean, I'm always laughing so hard. This is looking pretty cool. I might look up some more Victorian traditions, see if I can do them for this month, because I love old-fashioned Christmas things. I think ultimately that's what makes a home feel super cozy. It's the decorating with natural things like this that people have done for 100 years. It's making do with what you've got instead of, I'm doing baby's breath here, not cloves. Instead of going out and buying things. Although I did say that I was trying to find more Christmas decorations, but secondhand. That's the important thing. I want them to be secondhand because so many Christmas decorations just end up at Goodwill's, at what's another thrift store besides Goodwill? Anyways, a lot of thrift stores have tons of Christmas decor, so there really isn't an excuse to purchase new. Although if you want to purchase new because you're looking for a specific look, then go for it. Because I know there are some things that are pretty trendy this year that look pretty cool. Like there's this one trend that I've seen where people have taken a curtain rod and they put it in their windows here, or their doorways, and they hang a wreath or a garland around it, and it just makes the doorway or your window just look so festive and so beautiful. But then you'd have to buy a curtain rod to do that. And then the garland, and then all the bows and things. It could be really tempting to go all out so that you can get a home like that. But I think ultimately what Christmas is about is spending time with your family, appreciating one another. I'm trying to get this last baby's breath in, but it's being stubborn. There you go. Okay, I love how this turned out. It's so beautiful. I'm all sticky with orange stuff. Now to get my string. Oh, I was gonna put the red ones in. Okay, let me do that real quick. I don't know if this is gonna work. Oh, there you go. These red flowers are so loud. Find another one with a good stem here. Here we go. I could probably make pomanders from dried flowers in your garden, and that's something that I want to try next spring and summer, is growing specific flowers and herbs and drying them so that I can use them for Christmas and other occasions in my soap making and skincare making. This one looks just fantastic. I've never seen a pomander like that, but it's beautiful. Oh gosh, this string might be tricky to get on, but we'll do it. I believe in us. Let's go this way. The crazier the pomander, the harder it is to get the string on. I will say that. Phew, I did it. Yay! So hands down, the baby's breath pomander is my favorite, followed by the forget-me-not pomander. Next is my turkey pomander. And then in last place is just the plain cloves pomander. Pomander kind of sounds like a Pokemon, right? I choose you, pomander. Okay, so that's it. That's my Christmas activity. And I'm so glad that you're able to join me for that. And now I have these beautiful ornaments that I can put on the tree and start my Christmas decorating, and then continue into tomorrow after I, oh no! The string fell off of this one. Okay, I need to reassess. All the jasmine buds have fallen off. Let's get a new string on here. Okay, I'm gonna put a new string on this guy, and then once I have him stringed up, I'll hang him on the tree. But thank you so much for joining me for my Christmas activity. And I do plan on making more things for Vlogmas, more Christmas crafting. Sometimes it'll be fun, traditional decoration pieces like these pomanders, or it could be something skincare related, or it could be whatever. That's what the beauty of Vlogmas is. You have so many days to think of something creative. So I hope you've had fun watching me do this. And if you did, then make sure that you catch the next one. And until the next video, keep smiling, keep being awesome, and keep making beautiful things like pomanders to hang on your tree.
Oh wow, those are festive.
Yeah, they're pomanders. Do they smell good?
Yeah, citrusy and florally.
and clovey.
Clovey.
Clovely.
Yeah.
Which one's your favorite out of the 4?
The blue one.
The forget-me-not one, right?
Yeah.
I like this one because it's kind of crazy.
Can I eat one of your pomanders?
I mean, yes, you can, but you'll destroy the ornament.
How about I just have
They're supposed to go on the tree. Yeah, that's safe. That's fine. But leave my pomanders alone.